Miguel Santos had always believed that life was louder than dreams, especially when you grew up in a place where the walls were thin, the streets were crowded, and hope sometimes felt like a luxury. In the small fishing town of Navotas, he lived with his mother in a tiny, weathered room above a grocery store. His father used to sing Elvis songs while repairing boats by the shore, but he was taken by a sudden illness when Miguel was only 10. Since that day, Miguel felt like half his world had gone silent, but the one echo that remained was Elvis. Every night after school, when his mother worked late shifts at a sewing shop, Miguel would sit by the window, plug in his cheap, nearly broken earphones, and listen to Can't Help Falling in Love. He closed his eyes and imagined a stage, bright lights, cheering crowds, and his father standing somewhere in the front row, nodding proudly. But dreams didn't pay bills. So at 16, Miguel worked part-time at a small beach cafe, sweeping floors and clearing tables. Tourists rarely noticed him, but one night, during a slow shift, the cafe's old radio began to crackle. An Elvis song came on. Without thinking, Miguel began to hum, then sing. A woman at a nearby table looked up. She nudged her husband. Slowly, people paused their conversations. A fisherman wiped his eyes. It lasted only a moment, but to Miguel, it felt like the universe opened a door when he never thought he deserved to step through. The cafe owner, Mang Rudy, approached him after closing. "Anik, why do you hide a voice like that?" Miguel shrugged, embarrassed. "People don't listen to boys like me." Mang Rudy placed a gentle hand on his shoulder. "Then we will make them listen." And he did. The cafe owner filmed Miguel singing under the dim yellow lights, barefoot on the sand, waves brushing the shore behind him. He uploaded the video without saying a word. Within a week, it reached 1 million views, and then an email arrived. "America's Got Talent, you are invited to audition." Miguel didn't believe it. His mother cried silently when she read it, wiping her tears with her work-worn hands. "We cannot afford the trip," she whispered, "but kindness travels faster than fear." The cafe owner organized a fundraiser. Fishermen donated coins they'd saved for their children's snacks. Mothers baked pastries to sell. Even strangers from nearby towns sent donations, saying they had been moved by the boy who sang like he carried every broken heart in the world. When Miguel finally boarded the plane, he clutched a small wooden guitar, his father's guitar. The neck was cracked, the strings mismatched, but it was the last thing he had of him. His mother held his cheeks and whispered, "Sing not to win, sing to heal." The AGT stage was colder and brighter than anything Miguel had imagined. Standing before thousands of people, the judges watching with piercing eyes, he felt his legs shake. The host encouraged him gently, but the pressure was overwhelming. "What are you singing for us?" Simon asked. Miguel swallowed hard. A song my father used to sing. Can't Help Falling in Love." His accent was heavy. His hands trembled. The audience waited, but when the first note left his lips, silence, complete, breathless silence. His voice wasn't loud. It wasn't flashy. It was raw, fragile, trembling with memories. He sang like a boy who had lost everything but refused to let go of the last thread of love holding him together. His deep, velvety tone echoed Elvis, yet carried a softness uniquely his own. Halfway through the song, his voice cracked, but it wasn't a mistake. It was emotion finally breaking free. People began to cry. The judges leaned forward. The entire room felt the ache in his voice, the longing in every note, the story unwritten but understood. By the last verse, the audience was on its feet even before he finished. When the final note faded, Miguel lowered his head, clutching the guitar tightly, unsure if he had done enough. Then, a judge stood, then another, until the entire auditorium rose in a roaring standing ovation. Simon looked at him with softened eyes. "Miguel, I've heard Elvis impressions. I've heard young singers. But what you just did was pure soul. You didn't just honor Elvis, you honored your father." Miguel's breath caught, and then, without warning, the judge slammed the golden buzzer. Gold rained down like pieces of sunlight, sparkling against Miguel's tear-streaked face. He dropped to his knees, overwhelmed, holding his father's guitar against his chest. Backstage, his mother ran to him, hugging him so tightly he struggled to breathe. "You did it, Anik. You made the world hear you." But Miguel shook his head gently. "No, Ma. They did it. Everyone back home. Mang Rudy. The people who believed even when I didn't." As the golden confetti settled, and Miguel walked off stage, cameras flashing, fans cheering, he whispered a silent message to the sky. "This is for you, Papa." And for the first time in many years, he felt like the music inside him was finally free.